We ready?
Yes.
Okay, I'm Mike. Welcome to the Wandering Minds podcast.
I am Mickey.
Mickey, hello. And today our guests are Carlos and Aurek. Aurek, you're back again.
Yes, sir.
We're going to talk about some fights, some past fights, some current fights coming up, and all the plans ahead. Okay. Carlos, I want to know a little bit about you. Let's talk about a little bit about your background real first, and then we'll kind of jump back and forth.
So I started fighting and boxing at 12 years old.
Okay.
I fought all the way until I was like 17 years old. I ended up having a kid and got married and thought that was what I wanted to do. And slowly but surely, I always made my way back into the gym. And
yeah.
Recently, my brother died. And everything we always talked about, he'd always tell me that I need to get back in the gym. And it was kind of finding that last little kick in the ass that I needed. And
good for
decided to do it, man. May 25th will be my first professional fight. And
really?
Be in memory for my brother Terrence Barrows. Man.
Oh, right on. Yeah, cool.
Where's it at?
Tijuana, Mexico will be our first fight. Ark will be fighting on the same card.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same card.
Okay,
Yep.
so you stopped fighting because you got married. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so
she
you
was like, stay home with me. Instead of going to the gym, don't worry about doing all that. And
really
just fell into that.
Yeah.
To be a family man. And
Are you still married?
Nah.
Okay.
It didn't work out, unfortunately. It didn't work out.
Well, okay, so that was going to be my question too,
Yeah.
because it's like, okay, anytime somebody pops your balloon like that, you know what I mean? You got aspirations and stuff. I'm the type of person that thinks that, like, I'm the balloon up here floating around, right? My wife has to keep me grounded though, right? But you can't pop the fucking balloon, right? You know what I mean? Because especially for men, because we're driven for a purpose. We have to have purpose, right?
Yeah.
And for me personally, I see a broad picture. I'm always trying to do better, go bigger, type of thing.
Yeah.
So you have to have somebody grounding you that keeps you grounded and keeps you balanced, but not pulling you down and destroying your balloon, so to speak. So good. Sorry about that, but good for you.
Right?
Good for you, because you're back to what you want to be
got
doing.
back to it. That sucks.
That's important now. Now
Right.
just getting in shape and being ready for it.
It's a little harder to do when you're older.
Right?
Yeah, I feel it now. I'm like,
Well,
man,
you're
I'm
not
a lot
that old,
sore.
though, right?
I'm a lot sore now, man. I don't remember being this sore all the time.
Well, how old are you?
I just turned 28 on Sunday.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, you're not old at all.
No, not. See, and
I'm 32.
Okay, so from a fighter perspective, are those old ages?
Yeah, for a fighter perspective, yeah.
Okay.
Like it's like you're supposed to be starting when you're like hella young.
Teens, right?
Yeah.
Teens, yeah.
And you're supposed to stay at it. The fact that he took a break, they'll put him behind.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when he comes to the pros,
Right.
he's already got that
He's already
experience.
beast mode. He's got the foundation.
So
Years and years
Okay.
of gym wars will do
Yeah.
it to you.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So, are you training your son? Or is your ex allowing you to?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Me and her get along real great.
Good.
When it comes to training him, I think it's important that every child should learn some sort of combat sport, because once it's going to teach you a lot of
100%. 100%. Respect.
Respect with everybody, man. And just because everybody has this thing in their head who aren't fighters, or I could beat everybody in the world, and that wouldn't work on me.
They got
I'm
that
strong.
ego.
Yeah, you got the ego.
Till you get fucking punched in the face. And then
You don't get an ego, man, when you're in there training.
Right? Yeah.
It's one of those things you get punched. Everybody has a plan to get punched in your face. That Mike Tyson said. It's the truth, man.
Yeah, it's true. It really is true. I think that a lot of people, if more people got punched in their face, more people would shut the fuck up.
Exactly.
Right?
The world we live in nowadays, with the Karens and the Kyles and everybody, just say what they want. And you hurt my feelings. Nah, man, I believe in the whole get punched in your face. You're going to learn to respect people.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, Aurek and I were talking before you showed up about this victim mentality that people
everybody plays it.
Fuck, man. It sucks, because everybody is so weak mentally and physically. That's the problem. It's like you look at our society. It's like
you get all these big dudes that think that they're real hard because they're bigger than everybody,
right?
And get ragdolled by little dudes because they're not about it. You know what I'm saying?
They're not about that life.
No,
exactly.
You gonna fuck around real fast.
Right, you're gonna find out.
You're gonna find out real fast.
For real.
No, and I agree with you. I think that everybody, boys and girls, should learn some
100%.
sort of combat sport.
I believe a woman should learn how to fight from when she's little.
I think women should learn jiu-jitsu for sure.
Jiu-jitsu for sure. Yep. Definitely striking, but I think that of everybody in the world, little boys, little girls should definitely be the ones learning it.
Yep.
It's unfortunate to say, but the world that we live in is
crazy.
Not.
We already know.
The world
it's dangerous.
It's dangerous. It ain't the world that we grew up in.
Right. Well, I have 2 daughters. You have
one.
You have 1 daughter. She has 2 daughters. It's like that's my nightmares. Every single
worst
nightmares. It's about my daughters, because I have a daughter that's 17 and a daughter that's almost 21. those are scary fucking ages.
That's scary.
You know what I mean?
It's a super scary
Fuck,
age.
man.
Yeah.
But
I think what's difficult with that is my kids were in jiu-jitsu for a while.
Yeah.
And my 14-year-old has like this false confidence. I'm like, girl, you do not know how to take care of yourself, right?
Yeah.
So because she did jiu-jitsu for a very short time period, she thinks that like she can conquer all, and like she is.
right.
The reality
She's
that comes
beautiful,
to it.
but she is
Yeah.
like small.
Yeah.
Well, and because she's never, the unfortunate thing, like you said, is she's never actually been tested.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Tell her to go get in a street fight. Just let her. Just let her. She'll learn. No.
That shit happens a lot in middle school. No, it happens.
Take her to the block down the road. I'll show you.
It happens all the time. When she tells me like
Today's
these middle school
sponsor.
girls.
Sorry. This is some.
ADHD kicking in.
Anyway, middle school girls are getting jumped all
Yeah.
the time. I'm like, are you for real?
Right? In
It is-
Springfield, fucking
It's the
Oregon.
craziest thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just say you can't fight.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? Just say you can't fight.
Yeah. Roll over. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, cool. Okay, so Tijuana.
Tijuana.
That's so. Before we go into that, because I know you guys are both on that card,
Yeah.
let's talk about you and your past fights. Because the last time I had you on, I'm going to blame Mickey because the recording sucked.
I'm sure it's the fucking kids. Like something always happens
Right.
with the kids.
Damn
in it.
kids, man.
The- well,
Always be
I
fucking
have
shit
4 of
up.
them, and like there's always something going
The
on.
video stopped working on my last
Yeah.
podcast with Aurek. Mickey
wasn't-
happened to not be
because
here.
I wasn't here.
So I'm going to blame her for the
That
makes
recording
sense.
stuff.
Listen, this true story don't matter. It's the story we tell after. That's the
The
truth.
woman in the room gets the blame, right?
Yeah.
So
right.
your
You're right.
last fight, the last conversation we had
Yeah.
on the podcast,
Yes, sir.
you were coming into a fight. Was that in Mexico?
No, that was in Washington.
Okay.
Forgot what part of Washington. I fought in Washington twice, so
Okay.
I don't know where I was at that
Okay.
time.
So
Where were either of those at? Both of them.
Wherever the Legend Casino is, so
I
whatever
have
city
no
that
idea.
is.
Okay.
Okay.
so
Yeah.
that the one right after that we were leading up to was a loss for you.
It definitely was a loss,
Okay.
but it was just preparation.
Yeah.
I lost. I lost 50 pounds in 6 weeks.
Oh my god! I
yeah.
wish
So
I could.
yeah,
Oh shit! Right.
Right.
Yeah.
What's the secret?
man.
Right.
I was just trying to
Okay.
stay alive at that point. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wasn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't prepared to fight. I had
Yeah.
no energy to go weigh in.
No. Yeah.
you
No
know?
shit.
So
6 weeks, 50 pounds. That's
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
So you took the loss,
Yep.
which sucks. But a loss is what you really it helps.
You learn from it.
Well, not only do you learn for it, it makes you fucking hungry.
Oh,
right?
yeah, most
for
definitely.
that next win or for the win. So let's go on to that. What happened after that? You had 2 more fights.
yeah.
since-
So the following fight after that, he and my other coach, Coach Adam from Empire Boxing, they coached me.
Okay.
And
So are you a coach?
I've just always dabbled in it. I've been in the
yeah.
game long
So
enough.
Okay,
so
okay.
when you're a boxer, you can coach and box at the same time.
Oh,
If you're
okay.
not fighting on that card, you
Yeah.
can go ahead and just corner and help your
Okay.
teammate out or however you want to do it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So you had some coaches. Was it the same weight loss?
No, I was heavyweight. So
Okay.
whenever I have to cut weight, I feel weird. I don't
Yeah.
have the energy. I'm depleted.
Right.
So I know if I do weight cuts, it have to be in like between 4 to 5 months. I don't want to just
Yeah.
do it right away.
Right.
You know,
Last
so
minute weight cut. Yeah.
yeah, I do a lot of last minute weight cutting. It always failed.
Yeah.
You know, it failed me every time.
Yeah. Well, with powerlifting, that's what I state. I
Every time.
maintain my weight because if I'm trying to cut way down,
Yeah.
which I have one time, significantly weaker. Significant.
The
But
Exactly.
the legs go immediately.
Right?
That's the first.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make no sense. The first thing that goes the legs.
I know it's crazy, but I understand. I understand
Yeah.
the weakness that comes with
It
that.
happened in powerlifting as well.
Yeah.
Benched this amount, like it was 435. I benched it. I repped it for like
that it?
4.
Repped
That's not
it.
so much. That's easy lightweight.
Friggin'
And
lightweight
I repped it. Fuck.
at 190 pound body
Yeah.
weight. Fuck.
Anyway, what were you saying?
I was in the gym. I repped that like 4 times, like 3 weeks prior to that. You know, and but I did that weight cut because I was wanting to make that 220 class. I think it was.
Yeah.
And so I did the weight cut last minute. I still was feeling good in the gym. That day came. I bombed out my opener.
Oh, shoot.
So
yeah.
guess what I did? That was my first full meet.
Yeah.
I was like, I gotta put a total.
Yeah.
I already knew the total was smoke, so I just packed my things and went home after that. I was like, that's enough.
Done.
Yeah.
So you used to powerlift.
Powerlifting career is
Okay.
over.
I actually have the record in 3 weight classes: the 242, the 220, and I think it was the heavier one. I think it was 270, 265, whatever that was.
Nice.
Yeah, and bench press.
yeah.
But it has to be drug tested.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that I do too.
Are they still there?
From when I last checked, they were.
Cool. Fuck, that's
I
badass.
also hold.
So,
records.
so you have goals, and we've talked about this last time. You're going to spend this decade boxing, right?
Yeah.
And then next decade, when you're into my age bracket,
Not necessarily powerlifting, but
bodybuilding, right?
which takes some
Focusing more
powerlifting,
on-
obviously.
Yeah. So let's talk about the next boxing, though. Let's talk about what's coming up.
We got
You guys can both talk about that because you're
Yeah.
both on the card, right?
Yeah, we got the May 25th, man.
Okay.
Is it different weight classes?
We're boxing the same weight class.
Okay.
So will you box each other?
No.
I mean, for the right money, I will.
Money,
Better get the checkbook out.
So that's
Okay.
cool. And that's in Tijuana.
In Tijuana, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Been there plenty of times.
Yeah.
I'm from Tijuana.
Okay.
That's where I grew up. And
That's
so,
what he was saying. You
yeah,
got
so it'll
family
be
down there?
nice to have my homecoming.
Yeah.
My first professional debut with my whole family down there.
Right. That's
Yeah.
going to
Yeah,
be
man, I'm
wild.
doing
too.
it with one of my best friends in the world, man. You know.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, that sounds
That's awesome.
great.
That's
We
great.
train together, live together. Everything we do is together now.
Okay, cool.
There ain't no failing now. If I don't feel like working out, he's like, "Get your fucking ass."
Well,
But
that's
it
what
goes
it's
vice
all
versa.
about.
It's
That's what
crazy.
it's all about.
Yeah, it's easier to do things when somebody else is suffering with
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Well, and that's the thing is
Yeah.
your circle defines you.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Right, and
100%.
that's you got to be around people that are on your same energy level
Or better.
or
because
better.
I'm going to give you an
like-
example.
Yeah.
I can give you an example. I met this motherfucker. he dropped me. You know, I looked at him. I was like, man, this chubby man. He's it's no way.
Yeah.
You know. But I used to hear people brag about him. I was like, but I'm good too. What do
Yeah.
you mean? You
Right.
know. So I met him. Went to Mendez Boxing and thought I was gonna beat his ass.
Yep.
But shit, he showed me different.
Showed you what's up.
Yeah, I was.
I feel bad about that. Why would you talk about that? I look like an asshole.
Yeah, so it happened. Man, that same.
Let's not fuck around and find out.
Yeah, that was a fuck around and find out moment for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that same round, I got dropped twice.
Nice.
And I was like, that was humbling because I was like, man, I was thinking I was getting so good, and
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Body types don't matter in boxing.
No,
Right.
fuck
You know
no.
what I mean? It looked good,
right.
but it don't matter.
Yeah.
I've sparred and boxed the strongest and the biggest guys, and they fall easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you ain't did no time, then
Right.
you ain't no stripes.
Well,
so,
that's it
yeah.
about fighting in general. It's like you look at some people, it's like, nah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a deceiving
It's
thing.
very
It's a
deceptive.
deceiving
Skills,
thing.
Yeah.
skills are skills, man. But that's cool. Going back to what you said, your circle defines you. I always believe that's what I like about when I lift with like my team that I lift with, because there's dudes that are stronger than me.
Yeah.
Right. I love working out with
Yeah.
people that are stronger than me because that
It
makes
gives you a
me
goal.
absolutely.
Because if you're the smartest motherfucker in the room, bro,
You're
where
in
the
a
fuck
dumb
you gonna
fucking
go?
room, right? Yeah.
Because if I'm the smartest dude in the room, fuck, we are fucked. You know what I'm
Well, that's
saying?
what- yeah, exactly. I mean, that's it. Surround yourself with smarter people, faster people, stronger people.
Someone
Yeah.
who's smarter in a different thing. You can be smart. You can be
Absolutely.
smarter than me in a lot of things, man. But there's gonna be things I'm gonna be smart on.
Yeah.
But
Right.
if you can feed off each other and grind off of each other,
Yeah.
that's all that matters.
And that's what makes your guys' relationship seemingly beautiful
Yeah.
right now, right? Because you guys are, so what are the competition? What's the competition like that you guys? Who are you guys fighting?
We don't know just yet. So
you don't?
in Tijuana
Yeah.
and Mexico and all that, you literally find out last minute. It's a lot of last
You
minute.
find out as soon as you get to the weigh-in. So like,
Yeah.
you're
Really?
fighting that big motherfucker.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Staying you right next to them, you're like they're trying to have conversation. I'm like, man, we here to fight, man. I'm not trying to sit here.
Right.
Well, unfortunately for me,
Yeah.
You probably know
I got
people
called
down
out
there.
immediately when my name
Yeah.
went on the list. This dude with 15 fights was like, I want that guy.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
And then he called me up and he goes, "What's up, man?" He's like, "You want to fight?" And I'm like, "I ain't got no fights." He goes, "You sure?" I'm like, "Yeah, I ain't got nothing, man. I got amateur fights and a lot of experience." He goes, "Well, I got 15. What's going on? You trying to fight?" And I'm like, "Fucking hey, bro, I ain't scared. These colors don't run. These colors don't run around here, playboy."
Yeah.
And he started running his mouth, bro. Just running his mouth. And I was like, "Dude, you could get whatever you want." I was like, "Just go
Yeah.
fuck around and find out."
Hell
Fight
yeah.
day, weigh-in day, what's on? And then he's like, "Oh, well, you think you're so tough? You want to do 6 rounds?" And I'm like, We could do whatever you want, big boy. I'll take you to deep waters and drown your bitch ass.
Hell yeah. Good. And so that's who you're fighting?
Yeah, so I'm fighting a dude with 15 professional
fights. So
fights.
he actually reached out
to me. They put a name on the list, and they seen that I had no fights, and chubby Mexican dude, they're like, oh, he ain't gonna be shit.
Well, that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah,
that's kind of fucked. Oh, this guy don't got no fights, so I want him. That speaks to him. But
here's the thing, bro, is that I'll fight anybody and everybody. You put him in front, bro, we'll knock the bitch.
That's what I love about you already, and I just met you because it doesn't fucking matter who you're fighting. You too. It's like I don't give a fuck who I'm fighting,
bro. We'll see.
Right?
We'll see. It is what it is.
Because some people, like that dude that chose you, he needed to know who you were first to fight you.
They're gonna find out,
right? Yeah,
they're gonna find out.
Is it gonna be streaming at all?
Yes.
Oh yeah, Fight TV, Fight.tv.
Fight.tv.
Yep.
Okay, is that what network is that? Is that just what it is?
That's just what it is. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's the live stream, and you know what I mean, just like any other typical live stream that they have for
we'll
boxing.
Be posting the live streams on our social media.
Definitely make sure to post those.
Yeah. Yeah, that's always disappointing when they put it on like platforms you have to pay for.
Yeah,
like I can't subscribe to ESPN Plus for one fucking fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one's free though.
That's great.
It's free.
Yeah, that's great. Okay. Then I'll actually watch.
Yeah.
I'll catch the highlights later.
Yeah. City Nights Eugene will be doing a live stream the night of the fight for us. So while they're having the club going on, they'll have us on the big screen.
Is that,
showing our fight.
That's
my sweater that I'm wearing right here. Okay. They're our first sponsors going into these fights.
Yep.
What is City Nights?
It's the old Drake turned into a new club, new owners, new setup now, so they're doing that. When we get back, we fight May 25th, June 1st will be our official victory party at City Nights. We'll have our own VIP section. They'll show our hopefully 2 amazing knockouts.
Right,
Brutal, as violent as possible on that night on June 1st, and it'll be a night to celebrate the victory of the 2 best in the West.
Fight night May 25th. After party June 1st.
June 1st.
Okay, at City
Nights.
City Nights. Okay, cool.
Awesome.
That's awesome. What was I going to say? There was something right there, and it just went. Is there anything different about your training right now?
Oh yeah, I'm under. I'm going to Coach Adam.
Okay.
You know what I mean, and then I have him with me. I'm living with this guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. Oddly to say, he's the one that's getting me on my diet. Okay. I'm not telling him. It's weird, but that's what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. So I'm surrounded by people that's gonna with the personalities that can really kick me in gear. You know what I mean. Yeah. So like I didn't have that. I had myself, and then I had the choice to go to gym or not.
Right. Yeah.
But I'm living with the person that's gonna make me go.
Now
so
you people. Yeah.
I have to be there. You know what I mean. And then just the camps last time was a success. Like after the one loss. Came back with 2 wins, got a brutal knockout, and then the next one was just
that shit was vicious, bro. It was so loud when you fucking blasted it, bro. Everybody was like, "Damn!"
Right on. Man.
And then just a unanimous decision the following fight. So that means it's saying something. We can go the whole rounds and still win with no question. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I trust the camp. We're going to do this. I told him let's do the same thing we did the last time. Right. But this time I got somebody that's going to do the extra. Somebody that can help me with my meal preps and everything like that instead of me eating fried chicken. Right. Yeah. You know what I mean? And
no, I understand that. He's keeping you honest. He's keeping you committed. Yeah. That's a partner right there. That really is. So how let me I'm not going to shift gears, but I want to know how, because you guys are both parents. Yeah. How is that with fight camp? How is that for you guys both with
It's actually a funny thing, man. Okay. It's funny because my son's been, even when he was little, he was in the gym with me. Yeah. And over the years, I've been out of it, but I'll come back and do a couple weeks of training, and my son was always there with me. And he's always been part of the journey. And now, like this weekend, we went to go run, and the whole track was filled with a football game or whatever, and there's people like in the track, so we're like, fuck, man, we can't run. Right. Getting out of people, like, we'll just go to the house and train. Yeah. And, and the kids be bickering and arguing. We're like, y'all want to get down? There's boxing gloves, and they were with it, so they're out there boxing.
Oh, I saw that little story. Yeah, I saw that.
And then me and him were out there getting 6 rounds in. And
cool.
In the apartment, man, with just the dedication now, and like we want to show our kids, like it doesn't matter how much you got going on, man. Like you
make it work.
You make it work no matter what. Like we still want to give you guys attention. We want to give you guys everything in the world. But this is our job. Like, after they got done sparring, they're like, my nose hurts, my face hurts, my ribs hurt. And they're like, is this how you guys feel all the time? Well, yeah, man, it's not. Right. Yeah. We're getting punched by full grown men. Like, me and him did good technical rounds, but we still get, it's still sore. You still get hurt doing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
As much as you don't want to hurt each other, it's not like you're purposely doing it. Just sometimes a shot will land a little harder than it, So being a parent it's funny to think about, like, we're promoting so much violence yet don't fight at school.
Well, and the reality is people will look at it as violent if they're unknowing. Yeah. But it's discipline. Yeah. You're teaching them discipline through this art. Right. And that's what's important is you're teaching them to find an outlet rather than maybe at school. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Right. And everything surrounded by boxing is teaching you composure. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's the way it should be. That's what jiu-jitsu, any type of MMA and boxing, it's like you're teaching you, the person, that you don't have to go out there and act like a badass. You know what I mean?
And anger is
Take care of business if
you
need. Exactly. The emotional intelligence that it takes to be a fighter. That's what you guys are teaching your kids. Yeah. So it's not teaching violence; it's teaching how to restrain the violence that could potentially be.
Because one thing is walking in a room and surveying the room, like, I could beat everybody's ass in here. Yeah. You go one or two ways about it. You could be a piece of shit about it and start an issue. Nobody likes that fucking asshole. Right. Or you can be the guy that's nice to everybody, knowing the amount of violence that you can create. Yeah. Is a whole different power level. Like, I don't want to sound like a dick about it, but I like walking into a room and knowing ain't nobody in this bitch got enough for me. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you have to. I think men should be capable of violence.
Here's the other thing: as a man, when you walk into a room, you automatically look somebody up and down and be like, "How would this go?" And it's not a disrespectful thing. It's just us as men automatically walk in the room. Yeah. Could I, if I had to, walk out of this room?
Well, you have to assess the threats. I do every room that I fucking go in. I do not. Anytime we go to a restaurant, anytime we go in public, my back is not to the fucking
to the crowd.
You know what I mean? It's like that. You have to assess threats regardless of but you have to be capable of taking care of business no matter what. Yep. You have family, you have friends, you have kids, right?
Yeah, especially when the kids are around, man. Yeah. Like I could be the calmest person in the world, but you act like an idiot around my kid. Right. Anything that's going to threaten my kid's safety, it's the level of violence that will go to, it's probably farther than it needs to be. But it's one of those. It needs to be a lesson.
Well, it has to end it,
because then my child has to also know, like, hey, if something were to go wrong, my dad is 100% going to have my back. Like, I know if I leave my son with Aurek, I know 100% that my son is always going to be okay. Just like it's going to go both ways. When his kids are with me, it's always going to be okay.
Absolutely.
And it doesn't even matter if I don't know you. If your kids are around in the area where I'm around and there's something going on, best believe that those kids are always going to be okay.
You're going to treat them like your kids.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Absolutely.
It should be like that. I don't believe in picking and choosing like that. Yeah, I don't like
well, and that's just the interesting thing about society today, is that we even have to be processing these thoughts, right? But as men, we do. That's how we live.
It's like now, like all the shootings in schools and public places, like now you go in somewhere, it's like, well, fuck, if something were to happen.
Right, what are you going to do? You got to be prepared for it.
It's unfortunate that that's the society that we live in now.
Yeah, it really is. But that is where we're at. And that's another good reason for teaching your kids the emotional intelligence and discipline of the art of fighting combat. Yeah, it really does. So, do you guys have anything else? I mean, what do you guys got promoting right now? Any sponsors, anything like that?
Right now, you looking for sponsors? We are looking for sponsors.
Okay, let's talk about that.
Right now, we're doing $150 patches on the legs. Okay, and $300 for the center. On it, I have my waistband.
The center of the shorts.
The center of the shorts, right? Yeah.
I mean, the money shot.
The money shot in the front and the back.
Am I picturing that?
Yeah. I have on my trunks, I have the waistband and the front and the back still open. I've been kind of leaving it open. I was going to do my last name, but then it'd be real repetitive because I got my last name tattooed on my back.
Yeah.
So then I was like, I look like a tool if I did it twice. So we're going to avoid that situation. We're working with a couple people that are going to sponsor us. Nothing's official yet, so we still have every patch. Every patch is open until we have come up with an agreement.
Okay.
Until that moment. Then as that happens, then we'll be able to tell everybody this is what's available. What we got going on.
Right on. So come on, people.
Yeah. Hit us up if y'all interested. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
We'll have one of the bigger parties in town happening June 1st too.
June 1st.
Everybody's banners there. They've sponsored us. We'll have our trunks there. Yeah. I'll have my vest with everybody's banners on it. And everything there to take pictures of whatever anybody wants to do.
Hell yeah!
Because I'm telling you right now, in the next 2 years, it's gonna be wild. Me and him, we're trying to stay on a 1 month, every month a fight.
Okay. Yeah.
So we're gonna
nationwide, worldwide,
everywhere now.
No matter, it doesn't matter, right?
You get at us. You let us know who it is, how much we gonna get paid, and we'll be there.
Okay, cool.
You bring it on. Sign them up. Sign up for KOs. We here.
Right.
That's really how it is, man.
So do you guys like have a manager, or you guys
your own manager?
Yeah, we promote.
Smart.
Yeah.
Also looking for one of those if y'all want to come get us.
Right.
Come snatch us up before somebody else does.
Right.
We got October 12th. That's what we're looking at in Medford.
Okay.
Is going to be the closest one in town. We're trying to get on June 15th
That'll be
card,
sweet.
but it's kind of close to May 25th.
Yeah.
Where's June 15th?
June 15th is in Tacoma at the Emerald Queen.
Oh, okay.
So we're trying to. I mean, we've been talking to the promoter for that one.
Yeah.
That one's just kind of hard to get it, just because it's super close to our fight.
It is
so
super
3
close.
weeks after.
Yeah.
I'm all about being active, but 3 weeks kind of
Right.
seems like
Yeah.
So what is it? What is a good time? Monthly?
once a month
Whole
would be
month?
great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like in Mexico, they're doing it again in July 27th.
Okay.
That one we be going back to Tijuana.
Gotcha.
July 27th.
Okay.
So
why so many fights in Mexico? I mean, I'm just curious.
it's easier to fight.
Yeah.
People,
Is it?
people
Okay.
fight easier. Over here, you gotta. I don't want to do it for that. Give me more money. Give me
Yeah,
more rounds,
gotcha.
less rounds.
Gotcha.
We don't want to fight you. We heard about you.
Okay.
It's all this. It's politics. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
We're fighters.
Yeah.
Fucking fight.
Right.
That was
Yeah,
why I
yeah,
got
yeah.
out of the
That's what
amateurs.
you're here for.
In the amateurs, I went 8 months that I went every weekend somewhere else to travel. And you don't get paid to fight in the amateurs. You don't
Yeah.
get paid for shit.
Right.
So I'm going to Spokane this weekend. Next weekend, I'm going to Bakersfield. I'm going to Sacramento, Idaho.
Yeah.
I'm going everywhere to try to fight. Nobody wants to fight. Oh, we heard about you.
Yeah.
Oh, we
Right.
heard about you.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, we don't want that problem.
That's kind of fucking
Yeah,
weak.
man.
It's
I went to 25 events. Only fought like 6 times.
Really?
Yeah.
What
So
the fuck?
that's
See, the pussy
Bull-
generation
yeah,
is taking
that's what it
over,
is,
man.
So
Oh,
you
we heard
show
about-
up and
You
then
show
like,
up, they'll tell us, yeah, we got a fighter, they're set to go. Sweet, we're showing up. We get there, we get to weigh-ins, they'll weigh in with us. Oh, I hurt my leg, or I don't feel good,
Fuck.
or
Is that
oh,
what-
he didn't show up to get here. He's on his way, and we'll wait till 5:30 p.m. for the fight.
have
He's
to
still
wait
gonna
all
be
fucking
here,
day. Oh,
and they won't
man.
show.
Is that what happened with you too?
Yeah, that's why I turned pro. I was like, everybody was like, you turning pro a little early. I was like, man, I've been out here sparring the best. I've been, getting my work, putting my work in, and they seen the pro debut, man. First round knockout. You know what I mean? I've been training. I've been putting in the work.
Yeah.
But if I can't fight just because somebody else don't want to fight me, I can't make that work. So.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's-
that's interesting. You
Yeah.
would think that they would want more fights and more
Man,
experience.
the crazy
versus, like-
thing is, right after I turned pro, all these heavyweights came out. I'm like, God
yeah,
damn.
yeah.
I'm sparring everybody.
Okay, he's out. He's out. Let's go in.
Yeah.
But it's
yeah.
frustrating because there's people that me and him have been scheduled to fight the same dudes in the amateurs, want to know part of it, and now that we're doing our thing, everybody's fighting each other now. Like,
Right,
what the fuck?
yeah.
How does that even make sense? One
Yeah.
of the guys here locally has got like 11 fights in the last year.
Really?
How the fuck does
Yeah.
everybody want to fight you, but nobody want to
Right.
fight us?
Yeah. You want to call him out?
No,
Okay.
no,
No,
he's a
that's
great
cool.
guy, but
Yeah,
it's,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
just
No.
it just levels to it. It's
Oh,
no
yeah.
disrespect to him, but they're like, oh, he's new, let's fight the new guys.
Yeah.
Which is dumb. To me,
Yeah.
like if you're in the game, the only way you're gonna get better
Right.
Is fighting
winning or
better
losing. The
people,
amateurs is
right?
the time to lose.
Right.
I don't want to take losses. I don't like
Yeah.
losing. I haven't lost since
Yeah.
I was 13 years old. I mean, I took a break for a while. I'll still
Right.
take it. I'm gonna still write that
No,
down. I
it's
haven't
all
lost in
good,
over
man.
15 years.
So- yeah.
But it comes down to we're here to fight, man.
Right? Yeah.
You're here to punch me. I'm here to punch you.
Yeah.
What are you scared of? You know you're gonna get punched either way.
Yeah.
Yep.
Either way, you're getting fucking hit.
I'd rather get my ass beat and know that I went out with my shield
Yeah.
and be like, okay, you were the better man tonight.
Right?
But
yeah.
I ain't gonna not fucking fight you.
Right.
We're gonna find out.
Or
We're gonna-
cherry picker.
Yeah, I
cherry
ain't
pick
cherry-picking
weekend
everybody.
fucking
That's
fighters.
why when that guy called me out
Yeah.
with 15 fights, I said, fucking sign that up.
Right.
For my first fight, I do with 15 professional fights and
Yeah.
a 6-round fight.
Yeah.
Nobody's
Hell
out
yeah.
here doing these things,
Hell
man.
yeah.
'Cause We
Good
out
for
here to
you.
do it.
Well, you guys are dogs.
That's what it is.
Fucking
bro.
dogs. That's what you got to be.
We're junkyard dogs.
Hell yeah.
Bring it on.
Hell yeah.
I'm
That's
calling out
fucking-
one of the better known names in Houston for November. We're working
Nice.
on that right now. So
Yeah.
make sure, Handy, you're ready for that one.
Right.
My ass is coming for
You
you,
look
bro.
right there, Joe.
Yes,
There you
sir.
go.
Just know.
Hell yeah.
And that's what it is, man. I'm never scared to fight anybody. No
Yeah.
matter how big you are. My plan is eventually to go back down to 175 pounds.
Okay.
I'm fat. Like I said, I've been out of the game for a while. But my plan is to come back down. Like I told him, I was like, I'm going to just stay active because I don't want to kill myself. I've done the weight drains before. I've dropped them 40 pounds in 3 days or 4 days.
Ooh.
Terrible. My legs weren't there.
Yep.
Won the
No.
fight, but I didn't feel good doing it.
Right, yeah.
Like I told him, I was like, I'm trying to hope for February, March. I'm fighting at that 180, 175 pound mark.
Yeah.
So,
Me
Good
too.
for you. Yes. Right.
Together,
but
Carlos.
dieting, we've been working on. Right now, I finally got in touch with a dude that's a nutritionist, so that will help
That's
with
cool.
the meal prep because
Yeah.
it gets tiring, man. Working a full time job, training 2-3 hours a
Yeah.
day. By the time me and him get home and the kids start getting settled, and it's
Yeah.
like cooking, it's 10:30 at night. Sucks for them because they got to get up early for school. Sucks
Yeah.
for us because he goes to work at 6, I go to work at 8,
Yeah.
so it's like, and I got to take my kid to school. He's got to take his kids back. Like,
Right. Well, that's where a good meal prep sponsor will come in.
Yeah.
Let's
real,
go. That's, I mean, the meal prep, when you get that done for you, or even those in-home delivery meals,
yeah, it's easy.
Take that
It's-
load
it's
off.
a
so
lot.
simple, right? You should look up some of those people. Who are some of the good ones?
I just used Clean Eats,
Yeah, Clean Eats
but
is
I
good.
don't know otherwise. Because that's the only one I
You
check.
should reach out to them for sponsorship and see if they'll.
I don't know
do
if
your
they
meals.
sponsor anybody.
Well, we may find out.
Oh, okay. So you guys have jobs outside of boxing.
Yes.
So how does that work? Because I know that it was tricky for you to like see if you could even get here today.
Yeah. So on Tuesdays, I just got it off now. So
Oh, okay, sweet.
yeah, just for parenting time and all that stuff. Because with my job, I got a lot of overtime. I drive. So
What do? You just truck driver?
No, I do delivery. I deliver furniture and stuff like that.
Oh,
So,
okay. That's like an exhausting job anyway. Okay.
independent contracting. So it can be anywhere. It depends where the store send us.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's in Washington. Sometimes it's close borderline to California.
So you can be gone a few days at a time.
No, I can go. A few hours. It's just gonna be long days.
Oh, okay.
If it's borderline, if it's 3 hours away, I have to drive back that same day. Get ready for the next day.
Okay.
So on Tuesdays we just let's just take Tuesdays off because you got to be back home at 3 to pick up your kids. So
Yeah,
that's what that is. So I'm finding ways to make it work.
yeah. Yeah. What about you?
I work for All Seasons Equipment. I sell tractors, lawnmowers.
Cool.
It pays the bills. They're going to be one of my sponsors. They're going to be sponsoring Aurek as well. So shout out to everybody there.
Not the front and center spot.
That's just me.
We got Turpentine Station's going to be our sponsors as well. We were trying to get hooked up with them today. Our schedules with trying to get with the owner there to be able to sit down and talk through it.
What is that?
It's a dispensary.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that'll be nice,
Nice, yeah.
Put it out there that we do smoke weed and we do train, and
there you
it
go.
is what it is, man.
Yeah,
It's
a lot of people do.
It's a stigma that people believe in that you can't be a top performance athlete. Nah,
Right.
man. Listen, at the end of the day, you sore. The CBD cream, CBD joints, whatever.
Oh,
it is,
yeah.
man, I fully
some
believe
people
in
do
it.
way better on that
Yeah.
shit, right? It's like if it helps you mentally and physically, it's helping in the long run.
Yeah,
either
100%,
way. So
man. So it'll be cool to be sponsored, be a professional athlete being sponsored by a dispensary. So
yeah, for sure.
that'll be exciting. It'll be fun. It'll be a fun
Right.
partnership for everybody around involved in that.
Hell
so
yeah.
I'm sure we'll be doing some sort of thing out there that people come out and hang out with us. Because who doesn't want to hang out with some professional athletes?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Or knowing them, like, I know that guy. Later on,
Hell
when
yeah.
we're fighting on the zone or anything like that,
Right.
they're gonna be like, man, we knew these guys.
We
when
knew
they
those
started.
guys way back then, right?
And what's funny is because me and him are humble, man. When that kind of money comes and that time will come, we ain't gonna change, man. We're gonna be the
Hell
same
yeah.
motherfuckers hanging
Same
out,
thing.
doing the same thing here, doing anywhere else.
Oh, I already know.
more
I'm the
people
same
know.
way when people ask me for autographs all the time right now.
I have had somebody know who I was off the street.
Ooh, look at you.
Yeah.
No, but that's cool. Yeah, you got to stay humble. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
man,
what it's
you know,
all
we
about.
wanna be part of the
You're still
hometown.
role modeling your kids and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Oh,
Right?
Most definitely.
We're also firm believers in the hometown
Yeah.
promotions, like people that I'm
Yeah.
gonna have my trunks done by somebody here locally.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
things
that's,
like
Gotta
that.
keep it local.
Right,
Keep it
yeah.
local.
I want
You
to
gotta
keep everything
feed your
local.
people.
I don't want to say I don't want to be sponsored by big corporations, but this is my hometown.
Right.
Yeah.
This is Oregon. If you're from Oregon, I want to promote you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I want to
yeah.
represent it to my fullest 118% of the way.
Hell yeah.
Of this is where I'm from, because everybody's
Yep.
like, oh, you ain't got Oregon, ain't got nobody. Oregon, ain't got,
Right,
nobody.
yeah.
They don't have anything crazy. Give us
Right.
a couple
Hell
years,
yeah.
man.
Hell
Give us
yeah.
a couple years.
Well, I feel the same way about the music industry. We got some really cool, good local artists
We got a
around
lot
here
of-
that just
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
just Springfield, Eugene, Oregon, so nobody really feels it. But
It's
it's like
funny.
we got some real shit around
Yeah,
here.
well, that's funny too, because at our victory party, we will have some of the local artists. Savell the Native.
Who do you have on?
Savell the Native will be
Okay.
there. Peacoat Gang will be there.
Nice.
OCS will be there.
Hell yeah, cool.
Working on a couple other people, a couple local DJs, trying to
Right
get out there, because
on,
I want to
man.
be all promotion.
Hell yeah.
For this, who we are.
Yeah. Yeah,
Growing
yeah,
up
yeah.
with these people, and they're doing their thing, we're doing our thing. I want everybody.
It should
to
be
part of
cross
it, man.
promoting, man. We should all be
100%.
cross promoting one another.
Exactly.
That's what it's all about.
100%.
Because I think that there's so much. We've had this discussion before. There's so much talent around here, and if we really focused on the homegrown talent,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, people can get out of this like pity party because they
Yeah.
realize, you really have opportunity here if you made it work. Like you guys are self promoting. You're making this shit happen. Right, and that's what it takes. That's what it takes
Yeah.
to start with, is just making it fucking
And
happen.
of course, you got the envy too.
Yeah.
Nobody want to see people win, and you got people that
got that side too.
People don't want to stay up and lead the other person down.
To me, man.
Yeah, no,
So,
you're mad at somebody because they're doing something with their life,
right?
Yeah.
Like, your life is that shitty, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Right?
fuck.
Yeah.
Be happy, man. If one of my friends becomes a millionaire or whatever it is,
Dude,
fuck yeah, bro.
seriously.
You deserve it.
That's what it's all about.
And
But
even if I don't know you,
there's
I love
1%.
that, man. It's just that's how it should be.
It should be, but I think that it's a very small percentage of people that actually have that.
Yeah.
Like, I want you to fucking win.
Yeah.
I want you to fucking win.
Yeah.
Truly.
Yeah, fuck
right?
yeah. I believe
Most
in
people
my
are haters.
circle, I don't believe you should have yes men. Exactly.
Right, yeah.
Because every yes man, we've seen it. How many countless fighters
Right.
and musicians have all these yes men?
Yeah.
I should have a motherfucker be like, bro, you're fucking
And then
up.
they crash and burn.
Yeah. That's the thing about Coach Adam, Empire Boxing is the other day my sparring didn't go so well. It happens. You're gonna have bad days. That was my bad. I shouldn't have ate pizza before.
Right.
Greasy ass food. I'll tell you right now, it was fucking bad food. Made me feel like shit.
Yeah.
But he pulled me aside. He's like, "What the fuck are you doing, bro? Do you really fucking want this? Because to go watch and people watch you fight and get your fucking ass whooped is not the fucking way it should be.
That's not the way. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And that's how it should be in your team. Me and him had a whole conversation when we got home about that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know. That's how, if you're going to have a circle around you, it's got to be a circle to tell you when you're fucking up.
Right.
Not just be like, oh, you're doing so great, you're doing good.
Mm-hmm.
No. Be
I agree with
118% honest on what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
If you see that I'm fucking up and you don't tell me, are you really my fucking person? Are you really my friend? Are you really my
Because are you
partner?
really looking out for me?
Yeah. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I tell him all the time when he's training, but hey, do this, don't do that.
Yeah.
Do this, it's going to work. And every fucking time he does it, it happens.
See how smart
And
he is?
Yeah.
See how smart he is?
And the fight game is one thing I've always studied. I know it like the back of my fucking hand. I can see shit.
Yeah.
That's what frustrates people because I can see shit happening inside or outside the ring. And your whole team should be able to take it. Because they're going to be shit that I'm going to miss, but Adam will catch. And vice versa. Aurek will catch shit that I'm missing. You know? Your team has to be that. If somebody in your small circle who's there with you grinding is not telling you when you're fucking up, are they fucking part of your team? They should be there.
No, I
should
agree.
they be there? Hell no. If they're in there telling you the truth, like you're fucking up, you need to go run more, you need to do whatever it is to get better, then you need to be there.
Yeah.
You know? That's who needs to be part of your circle.
Well, and that's why you guys want to fight better people.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
I want the best. I want everybody. If you're scared of him,
fighters.
bring that ass over here.
Yeah. Right. Well, and I think it really says a lot about your team dynamic because when you want to cherry pick weaker fighters, what you think are weaker fighters, I mean that kind of tells you something about who you're surrounding yourself with.
You look great, cool, but against a nobody. Being a taxi driver, you're fucking cool. Like, give me somebody. Give me somebody that's got knockouts. Give me somebody that's gonna put fear in people's name. Like, fuck, you beat that dude.
Yeah, that's what happened with the promoter. You know, when I had hollered at him after my last fight in Mexico, I was like, "Hey, give me that guy."
Yeah,
and he was like, "You sure? Are you sure you want to take that?" I was like, "Yeah. I don't care how I performed the last couple of times. That I knew what the problem was, and I know I'm way better than what I showed.
Yeah,
so I had hit him up and." He was just like, okay, you sure you want it? Okay, we're good. Yeah. And he's coming from the big gym, the Benavidez, with his big name where they got a world champ there.
Yep.
And I'm like, I don't care about that.
Right.
He can't fight for him. You know what I mean? This is a whole different individual.
Yep.
And I'm ready for it. So you can come out the best camps, and I'm still gonna bring
Hell
it.
Yeah.
So I came out there and everybody was saying this is supposed to be the fight, but came out there and
made it look
easy. Made it look easy. That's the best way I can say it. Yeah.
So do you guys normally, is it like this in boxing normally where you actually reach out to another fighter and say, I want you?
Well, you can do it and then you can holler at the promoter and he can be like, okay, let's make it happen. This is a fight, because it's hard to match. Because it's guys that, like you say, cherry pick. Yeah. So he can be like, oh, this guy hits too hard. I don't want to fight a guy that hits hard. Or this guy has too much output. I don't want to fight that guy. Yeah. So if you have two fighters that are agreeing to fight, that makes the matchmaker's job 1,000 times easier.
Yeah, I would imagine.
You know what I mean? So. But the thing is, it's just what everybody has a problem with is the money. The money got to make sense. You traveling, you gotta get that fee, those fees.
You guys are going to Mexico.
Like that's all out of pocket. It's not like we ain't made the money. We're working for hopefully getting sponsors to help a little more.
So how long are you guys going before the fight? When are you going up there?
We'll leave here Tuesday. Okay. To get there Wednesday, and then because it's hotter down there than the weather
so you got to acclimate.
Yes, we're gonna have to do a little acclimation. Okay. And we're driving. You got to stretch the legs. Like there's a lot to go into it. Yeah. Like the next fight, in July, we're gonna fly because I told him I was like, this is bullshit.
Right. Yeah.
I enjoyed the ride, but I mean that shit gets old.
It gets old, man. And then it's driving back.
20 some odd hours or something, right?
16.
16.
Okay, 16 and a half.
Yeah.
Shit.
So
I have a hard time with 10-minute trips.
Yeah.
yeah, so I have an apartment down there that I'm gonna have fixed up for our
Nice.
next camp. So
Oh,
we can
that's
go out
good.
there.
Especially since you guys seem to be going there on a regular. And you
Airbnb
have
gets
family there
expensive.
anyways. Right?
Airbnb gets expensive, you know. So,
I would imagine so.
so that's one of those
Well,
things.
sponsor. Let's
Yes,
go,
sir.
people.
Let's get it.
That's
Yeah.
what you guys need is some good sponsors and
Yeah.
get that shit going. So cool.
But getting fights with people, man, another problem is we're from Oregon. And
Yeah.
they're like, oh, you guys ain't shit out there. You guys ain't what we are. Texas, Detroit,
Yeah.
LA, New York, they all have this fucking stigma, Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Because they got a more output of people.
Sure.
So here we got how many pros? I think 10 of us that are up there now that are professional fighters out of Oregon.
Yeah.
And I mean, if it's going to drop a little new news here, but me and Aurek want to get a team of professionals to go and fight these
Hell
dudes
yeah.
from
Yeah.
Philadelphia,
Hell yeah.
from Houston, from Detroit, from
So
Brooklyn.
are you guys filtering people out?
We will, sure.
Yeah.
We'll
So
start
do you
doing
guys know Aaron Thomas?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all
He
I
just
came
won.
with
Yeah.
He just won his first pro fight
Pro
just the other
debut.
day.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
Digger.
one of the few people that I'm saying that represent Oregon. We got Aaron.
Yep.
We got a few
Joe.
other. Yep. Joe Aguilar, man, and that's one guy that the world don't know about, but they about to find out.
Yeah.
All he
Good.
needs is that one shot.
Right.
You know, the zone or what is it? Top rank.
Yeah.
Once
Okay.
they see him, it's over. He's one of
Nice.
those guys they're sleeping on. They're gonna find
What
out.
weight is he at? What?
I think he was 165.
Okay, what age
but
is he?
I think he's 29. He turned 29.
Okay.
And he walks around 200.
Ooh.
And he drops down to 165. Yeah.
Shit.
And motherfucker hits hard as hell.
Yeah.
Fast output.
Nice.
It's like he doesn't get tired. The way
Yeah.
he fights, he does not get tired.
Nice.
You know what I
Nice.
mean? So that's one of the guys. Me and him are going out there to go spar on the weekends.
Okay.
Or
Where's he from?
he's out there in Portland.
Okay, so he's Oregon.
Yeah,
He's
Oregon,
Okay, cool.
repping Oregon.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Good. Well, hopefully you guys can get a good team together.
Yeah.
That's the plan, man. We want to be able to. We want to put Oregon on the map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got Victor Morales Jr. who's out there doing it right now. Signed
Yeah.
the Golden Boy. He's doing amazing. He's
Nice.
undefeated, getting ready to fight for a world title.
Hell yeah.
And he's kind of dragging it on his back. You know, he's got Oregon on his back, but we want to be that backup for him and
Right.
and
Yeah.
just solidify it. Just
Yeah.
we do come.
Hell yeah.
And we are here to fight.
Yeah. Good. Cool.
That's just
That's what
it
it's
is,
all
man.
about. Cool.
We ain't scared to fight anybody, bro.
Hell yeah.
We bring it on. Bring a name, whoever you are, we on.
Right
Yeah.
on. Well, that's a great segue to end this. So let's hear about that. Tell me again when the fight is.
May 25th
May 25th.
25th.
It's going to be streaming where?
on Fight.tv.
Fight.tv.
Fight.tv. The after party is June 1st
At City Nights.
at City Nights. Everybody's welcome, right?
sir.
Is it
Everybody.
21 and over or
21 and over.
21 and over? So everybody 21 and over is welcome.
Yeah, every 21 and over.
Yeah, no fake IDs, man.
No
we don't
fake
need none of that
IDs.
shit going
You're
on, man.
dealing
We'll
with
have extra
fighters.
security
Yeah.
and there'll be a lot of professional fighters there. So don't act dumb. We'll have a good time.
Right, hell yeah, come to have a good time. Cool, man. Well, thank you guys for coming on.
Thank you for having
I
us
can't
on.
wait to watch the fight. I'm super pumped for you. I'm hoping that you guys can pick up a lot of sponsors. And
Oh, yeah. Appreciate you.
cool.
Good,
Appreciate you
that,
guys
man.
coming on.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right.
Yes, sir.